We are live. Welcome to Rice TVX and the latest episode of the Rice Crypto Show. You have tuned in for the latest episode of Crypto Rewind. I am joined by my co-host, as always, Satoshi Sean. If you're not subscribed to his channel, links are down below. Make sure you're subscribed over his channel. And today's guest is our bro, the man himself, the CEO of NFTs, Mr. Kenn Bosak. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Kenn Bosak's channel. Links are down below. He's got an awesome YouTube channel, and he was the first person to ever have me on in any capacity on YouTube right when I started my channel. So he's been with me since I started my YouTube journey, and he's my bro. I love him. Sean's my bro. And we're going to get this thing going real quick. Some messages from the sponsors of Rice TVX, and you can find information down below in the video description for BitSwap DEX, for Monarch, and Presearch.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
Oh yeah, real quick mention, which we're going to get completely into all this, but the Kenn token has launched today. That is the KENN, capital TOKE with a little n, because it's token, and that launched today. We're going to be talking about that and much more. Oh, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you joining us. Make sure you smash that like button. It helps other people to be able to see this video in the YouTube algorithm flow. Make sure you subscribe to all three of our channels. They're all linked down below. I'm live streaming currently on Rice TVX and Rice TVX2, the backup channel, the sequel. So make sure you subscribe to both channels. Joined by my co-host, Mr. Satoshi Sean. How's it going, brother? Hold on one sec. You got to unmute yourself. It's all right.
Yeah, I forgot to unmute.
It's all good.
It is going.
How's it going?
It's going good. Going good.
Awesome. Well, it's good to see you. I know we didn't do last week because I was on vacation, but
yeah, it looked like you had a good time, man.
I had a relaxing time, so it was great, man. But it's always great to be back with you, and I appreciate, again, I encourage people to make sure they're subscribed to your channel. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our guest of honor. He is a good friend of both of ours. He is my bro. I've known this guy for quite some time, and there's not much I wouldn't do for him or with him that I haven't already done. So we're going to go ahead and welcome Mr. Kenn Bosak.
How good is it, bros?
What's going on, my friend?
It goes well. Just having what I would consider a pretty successful launch day for Kenn.
Sweet, man. Yeah, we're gonna get all into Kenn. I guess you got back from your extended vacation after Miami.
Yeah, I went to Miami for shitcoin and kind of just kept the ball rolling. I couldn't stop the momentum. The energy just kept flowing. Took me to California. Then Hawaii, then I stayed back in California, went to New York City, back to California, back to New York City. Now I'm back in the home base, been grinding daily, even so hard to the point I pulled my back recently. So I've been stuck in my bed for like 5 days.
Yeah, I saw that on social media.
Oh, that was the worst, man. It was bad. It was hard to move. I had to get I got a walking stick, which is pretty cool.
Oh, awesome, dude! A cane would be even better, but like a pimp cane.
It was either a cane or a walking stick, and I was like, what would I use even if my back didn't hurt? And walking stick was the better investment, I think, for me.
Sweet. Sweet. And what you look like you've lost some face weight.
Oh, because COVID, bro. I lost
Well,
my
I was
sense
talking
of
about
smell
that
and taste
The
too.
beard, man.
that furry
Oh,
animal,
the beard.
the furry animal that used to live on
That
your
was
face.
due to COVID too, I think. I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I was outside my mind. But
I
no,
watched the video on your page.
You look
man,
you look
and
sexy.
I was shocked. I mean, I was shocked when it came. I was like, "Who the hell's that guy?" He sounds like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, I did it because all that traveling, like I said, California and Miami and Hawaii and all that. The sun, the sand and salt water, it destroyed the beard and it was falling apart. Hair all over the pillow, and I didn't take good care of it, and now I just have to start over and actually oil it and condition it. That beard had zero effort put into it. It was wild and natural.
It reminded me of like a true Rastafari growing his dreads, because I mean, you just wouldn't be combing it, you wouldn't be shampooing it, taking care of it, and that's
how I got dreads. I just
right. And I'm not
didn't even try.
God.
I didn't even try to get dreads. It just happened because I'm that guy.
Now that I'm seeing your hair like this, and I don't know if you've got some dye in it or something going, it's kind of got a grayish tone to it for a second. It kind of
bleached by the sun a little.
So it reminds me a little bit from like Rick from Rick and Morty a little bit.
I like it. Yeah. I gotta shave that. I have this giant lump on my head. I gotta get looked at by a surgeon. They told me at the doctor's. So until I look at a surgeon, I'm just gonna let my hair grow out, and then I think they'll have to shave my head and take care of that lump thing.
Yeah, definitely take care of the lump thing. All your websites I'm going to have linked down below for like NFTforsale.com. And then we're going to talk about the Kenn token, which people can find information at brobros420.com. If you're following Kenn on Twitter, which you probably are because he's like Twitter famous completely, this is where you would find like all of the news and updates on all things Kenn Bosak, aside from joining his Telegram and Discord group. And so this is where you would get some information about the Kenn token. So I guess, I mean, you're the CEO of NFTs. You've been really successful, dude, with your NFT game. It's not, I really feel like what you're doing is worthwhile, and you've got a great community that's really supportive of what you're doing. So I've seen a variety of NFTs come out, but what the hell is Kenn?
So the NFTs that you may have seen available today were basically airdrop receiving NFTs. So if you go to the brobros420.com, you should see 3 links right there. It says Broke Bro Pack, Bro Pack, Whale Bro Pack. It'll take you to 3 different drops. One is $10. I believe that's so you get one NFT for $10, and for holding that NFT, you'll get airdropped. I think it's like 10,000 for the $10 one. I think it's valuing the token at like 0.001 cent USD at that like value.
Right.
So it's technically, I guess, like a pre-sale, but not really. It's like a pre-airdrop, whatever. So this NFT will receive the tokens, 10,000 Kenn, I think, again, valued at like 0.001 when the airdrop goes out. So this is a way to pick up Kenn.
And you're talking about
early.
0.00001 of wax, right?
No, I believe that's USD. So it's
okay.
Like
fractions of pennies.
Yeah, exactly. Fractions of pennies is what I'm exactly.
That's the best way to say it. So yeah, the next one is right at $50, and it's the
and it follows the same pattern, basically for the value and the amount and everything. The difference is there's scarcity in those packs alone. So there's like only 420 of the whale ones even available, and already 74 of them have been sold for $100 each.
Okay. And then with the Bro, there was only 1,918 have been sold, and with the Broke Bro Pack, 4,900 with 55 sold. So yeah, I mean, you still got time to get in early. Does it matter what? Because I know, like for you specifically, you do like mint numbers. Does it matter what mint number you get?
This is gonna again be up to the team decision, but we do consider mint numbers very important. Mm-hmm. It's just hard to show that level of like favoritism in all things. So it's hard to say definitively what mint numbers will matter or not. I think it'll be, it'll be more fleshed out. Again, we're looking to launch on my birthday, actually, November 1st. So we're still working out some of those kinks. It is a lot of debating each other on that too, because some people like myself, I have a lot of mint number ones. So I think, personally, mint numbers are important, especially when it comes to like rewarding people. So, but then some people aren't lucky, and mint number ones are so hard to come by, so expensive on secondary. It sort of creates this like elitist club kind of thing. So I got to find a way to balance that.
Right.
But this is only available for the next 2 weeks. So whatever doesn't sell from here, I believe I'm either going to have to burn them or I think relist, because I'm going to reissue in 2 weeks the same kind of a sale, but the price will be increased. And then another 2 weeks later, we'll do the same thing again. And then by my birthday, once the memberships are actually available and launched and sold, then the token will be airdropped to everybody who has purchased these NFTs now.
Okay.
At that price value, and the token, hopefully we can get to like a penny. Every single piece of wax that comes in from all these sales is 100% going to provide liquidity for the token.
Well, and that's one of the things I was going to ask you. I know the NFT is going to be wax. The token itself, is that going to be on the wax blockchain, kind of similar to what Dust is? Because Dust is a token on wax, right?
Yeah, similar to Dust and a Ether in the sense of how we're going to utilize it as well. So you'll be able to potentially, if we can get that ironed out, it should work in the sense of earning it in the Telegram the same way you earn Dust, as well as earning Kenn just by holding any of my NFTs. Just like, and you don't have to stake them. You don't have to lock them up on like our planet. You just hold the NFT. You'll get airdropped the token.
So even if you own older Kenn Bosak NFTs but they've got to come from you, they own it, they'll get an airdrop.
Yeah, it has to be minted from my NFT store. So I know that
not a counterfeit, not a Kenn Bosak or
well, I mean, because there's not just counterfeits, but I'm also like officially in other collections. So you'll see my likeness in like Blockchain Heroes. And a lot of the times people think that that's my NFT. Or they'll see me in like Stony Baloney and they think I am Stony Baloney. I'm like, no, it's just like my character in another like video game, so to speak. So the assets that are going to earn Kenn have to be coming from me directly, not just look like me from another, high-end collection like Blockchain Heroes.
Yeah, no, I like that idea though. I mean, so purchasing the NFT will allow for people to get other type of airdrops and other NFTs, which would be tokens and NFTs. Cool idea. So Sean, man, I've been hogging it. You got any questions about this? The genesis of Kenn that took place today at 12:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, and that's just a good plug for my bro.
Very, very cool. I like how you have it laid out. I want to say hey to Phil, hey to everyone that said hi, Yvette, everyone in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, I was
the like button. So with the Kenn token, how are you going to be utilizing it as a utility token, Kenn, and where will it be available at or tradable at?
So I believe we already got Alcor. I think I can say that. I hope somebody on my team's in the chat to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive we're on Alcor. So that's already a thing. Blue Dax is coming out. I already got agreement with M Blue and Corey for that one. So those two exchanges already. For as far as like utility though, so right now, I'm looking more along the lines of like, how many, like, I'm sure, Rice, you get these emails to this day. Hey, how much to sponsor this, or how much to cover this, or can we pay you to come on your podcast?
Yeah.
I'm tired of saying, no to that shit. So I'm just going to start saying, but you need to buy Kenn coin. And you need to either stake it, provide liquidity, or at least just proof of purchase, and then you can dump it for all I care. But you need to those things, those offers, partnerships, collaborations, and opportunities that come to me, I want to funnel that towards the Kenn coin in the sense of saying like, when people ask, oh, how much or can I pay you? It's not pay me, but also more like pay my community because they got me here. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like it's right accepting money from sponsors and without doing giveaways on Twitter and shit. Like that's why I do giveaways all the time. Whenever I get a sponsored thing or something, I like to give back 10 to 20% just so
It's
I
like,
can sleep
yeah,
at
it's
night.
like church. It's almost like
Right.
your version of
Hands
church.
in the hat.
The church is Satoshi.
Everyone's trying to buy their way into heaven, and I'm just doing it with sats. You know what I'm saying? But so this way, I can sort of do it 100%, and instead of directly to one person in like a Twitter giveaway, when I get a sponsor, I could have a sponsor or a partner or whatever that may be going to the market, giving, you know, volume and liquidity to the market, but that also provides the value to every single person in my community holding a Kenn coin. So now it's like giving away, but giving away to everybody in my community instead of one person in a tweet or something.
No, I love it, dude. I love it. And like
Yeah,
it
cool,
keeps it real to who you are. It brings out the whole the whole community of the bro, and it brings forth your love for the medicinable, the beautiful cannabis.
Well, and that's just the
Our
kind
love,
of one
our
utility.
equally shared love.
I also have I've hired quite a few people, developers. There's a lot going on. It's overwhelming, but it's a lot because I care. So I got like a swag shop marketplace kind of coming out, multiple artists already, and different things coming out that will be available to be purchased with the Kenn token, and potentially in talks with other things like. I don't know if I can say like the venue or anything. Y'all can guess by like the time and date and all that. But Halloween, I might be throwing a Halloween party somewhere if it all works out. I don't want to overhype it and you know misspeak. But if I can get this venue locked in, what I would like to do is people that are coming, would have to use Kenn the token. And proof of either HODL or provide some kind of proof of stake or some kind of thing with the Kenn token to come to that venue for the Halloween party I'm trying to put together.
Is that in relation though to what we were talking about before we went live? That has to do with the vacation passes.
No.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was that same location because it's like sort of. That same time period. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, no. This is a private venue, and I won't have any of those problems at all.
Well, you said around an event, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
if it was like
exactly. If that event is a bus for people I can't get in, I'm gonna have a counter thing. But at least on Halloween, I'll have the venue, and then I might be able to lock it in for the rest of the 2-3 days of the blockchain week in New York. But Halloween is where I'm going to start things off. Hopefully, everything works out. But yeah, I want people to be able to use the Kenn token to come to events like that, or how I did Shitcoin 2021. Well, Shitcoin 2022, depending if you HODL Kenn or stake, provide liquidity, you'll get discounts or free admissions. It's obviously already basically free to come to Shitcoin, but
so it's a utility or a community based token. So
it's utilized in my community. Yeah,
it's nothing that you're telling somebody they're going to get some kind of ROI. You invest in Kenn.
It's almost damn near impossible to get an ROI on this unless I become like the president of the United States and start charging people Kenn to sign fucking bills and lobby for them. But
I never know, dude. You might become just like Gene Simmons from Kiss. You might just start like having this like, oh, are you a part of my fan club? Oh, I can't talk to you.
Well, that's the speculation.
Do you have one of my NFTs? Oh, I can't talk to you.
The more utility I can imagine around this and build around it, the more value hopefully it can provide. But I want to leave the word value out of it and just use utility because like that's the focus is what can be done with it and like with my control. But then I also have communities like your own, and maybe it's possible I could, help you create your own membership program, Rice Token. And now everything that I'm doing, I could accept Rice Token for things and you could accept Kenn Token for things. And then we can cross-pollinate our communities and cross-reward them. Basically, we're creating a social rewards and loyalty points program and using NFTs as the future of gift cards, but for social community rewards and loyalty points. Instead of corporatizing it, we're socializing it.
There's the brain, man.
And I want to inspire more people to do this. I want you to do this. I want everybody that has a network and a community to do something like this, which will help your community. And then maybe one of those or some of those people that you have helped will get into a position to no longer need your help and provide help to a community of their own. And that's the rising tides raises all ships shit. Just because your ship's already up here doesn't mean you stop looking at the people that are stuck in a lower tide. You start tying yourself to them and drag their ass up with you. And I think we can do this with this technology, with the transparency of it, better than ever.
Dude, I mean, this is like the Kenn Bosak that I love. I mean, I know that sometimes you have issues and you get in your ruts and things happen, man. But this is the Kenn Bosak I love. You know, I appreciate what you do. I love your brain. You're good people. You do nothing but care. And
I'm more passionate about more people being inspired by this than I am about the success of my own thing.
You
like, I want people to copy me because I want to see that
now without being stressed. I've seen you busy, but you're stressed, and
it's because he has somebody else now.
I have a team now, bro.
Yeah,
he has many people on my payroll, bro.
He has people. It's taking him out of the equation.
Love you guys, they know who they are, and it's just I have 5 to 10 people at this point on the team right now on payroll.
But Sean's right with what he's saying, dude. Like you're at a different. You know your mind is in a different place, and you're a lot more focused because it's not about you now. In any capacity.
It isn't. You're absolutely right.
I mean, no, it's not about the guy who called out Yord Molt. It's not about the guy who called out the short little midget. It's about something bigger than one individual. And that's what I love about you.
Well, I owe this all to my community, and I feel like it's my responsibility as somebody who's made it out of the hole to help as many other people out of it as possible.
Highlight this comment. I love Ken too. I had no idea he was gay though.
Oh man, so I don't want to get you in trouble on YouTube or whatever, but I have a great joke I've been saying, and it gets 0 laughs, but it's my favorite joke.
Go for it.
Yeah,
go for it.
All right. I'm not gay, but I did suck a dick once, so I can say faggot.
Actually, I think all of that is okay to say on YouTube right now.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know how they're like things were. It's like my favorite joke.
I don't know.
Because it's true. And I want to see somebody be like, oh, you can't say that. Be like, but I suck dick. I can say that.
Beautiful, Ken. I love you. We've shared a bed lots of times, and he's the only dude I've shared a bed with, but it's not because of that reason.
That's, I think I got a mani-pedi. And I got one once in Hawaii, and I've been getting them like every 2 weeks.
When you started wearing dresses?
Yeah, dude. Get a mani-pedi, and then try to judge me after you get a mani-pedi.
Oh, I don't have a problem with that. Not at all.
I'm wearing a dress right now. It's a sarong. It's a sarong.
I mean, I have no problem. I have no problem with none of that. But I mean, like the one picture I saw was like a straight up dress, not like skirt.
Oh, that was actually no, that wasn't a dress. That was a
it looked like a muumuu.
An apron. It was an apron. So I had an apron on, and then I had a sarong on with the apron on top, and then I had a sarong on my waist.
Asian fisherman hat.
Yeah. When I bought that painting, that gallery. Yeah, when I walked in, that dude did not expect me to buy that painting. I'll tell you what.
Ken was flexing. He bought a $10,000 painting. He's like, yeah, and I don't even want it. No,
I did want it. That's the problem. I didn't know how much it was going to cost, and the way the dude said the price was so belittling. I was just like, all right, I'll take it.
Where was it? Where is it?
I sent it to I guess I sent it to somebody. I guess I'll leave it undisclosed to know. You know what I mean? But I don't have it here. I don't personally have that art. I like to keep it where nobody knows because it's publicly expensive art.
Yeah, you can't take a picture of it, make an NFT, and burn the picture.
I would never do that. The people that are participating in that are going to be as silly as the people who participated in the Salem witch hunt. Like you guys were buying burned. And there's value in both. There's both value in having the physical item and having a digital representation. So it just depends on the individual. It's worth what you're willing to pay for it, not what somebody already spent on it. That's what people don't understand.
I agree.
It's people think things are worth what they're worth because somebody else spent something on it. It's like that's not what it's worth. That's what it was worth to that person. But what is it worth to you? what would you sell it for or buy?
It's like, I mean, it's like it's any collectible anybody wants to relate it to, like baseball cards, trading cards, comic books, all sorts of different things. I mean, we've seen toys have the same effect as well. So, and honestly, I mean, when we get into like the whole philosophical point of it, nothing has value until we agree and assign it value.
Yeah, and we'll see why some of these NFTs may be going for millions of dollars for apparently no reason. In some of the news we're going to be covering, but I've been talking about that for a long time.
I'm still kind of confused by some of it, like the prices of like these crypto punks, and
I mean, I can explain what I think it is, but
well, I think a lot of people are saying it's just money laundering, which makes sense.
Not just money laundering; it's money washing. They're wash trading too. It's like they're like one of the articles that we used to have. I don't want to like go too far, but yeah, you can see in this article they talk about how this is somebody who's been basically pump and dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you can see like it's greater fool theory on top of money laundering. It's like a double fucking potential scam.
And two, it doesn't help that OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace at the moment. It does not help. So I mean, they have all eyes on that platform, and then you have somebody who's the head of product who's dealing with insider
market
information.
Making. They're basically market making,
right? And all they're really doing, and like for anyone in the crypto space who owns an exchange, works at an exchange, or works at a service, they would be the pot calling a kettle black, because this happens like probably a whole lot more times than people think it doesn't. It not happening would be surprising me. I mean, we've heard about this with everything with Coinbase. Every time they're shutting down trading and they're inside trading,
you're going to list XYZ coin, in 2 weeks, and nobody knows it. You could go on every other exchange and just buy a bunch of XYZ coin,
right?
And then as soon as it comes out that it's listed on Binance, you dump.
And this is what happened with Coinbase right around the Bitcoin Cash listing, and they had an inside. Yeah, I felt the vibe, bro. And all they do is inside investigate about the insider trade and come up with nothing, and they wash their hands clean of it. And everybody, every 3-letter word, entity's like, okay, cool.
Another one would be your leverage exchanges. And a lot of how that's went down too, and how like that's been handled, how those exchanges will know there's a certain rate of shorts or longs, and will coordinate with other exchanges and different whales to move the price in a different direction, to just completely scale out all of those longs or shorts and liquidate. And that's where they're profiting.
Did you get a chance to see the CoffeeZilla video on this article? He made like a 10-minute video on this topic. I'm a huge fan of that dude. I love CoffeeZilla. Yeah, I already know I'm going to end up on the shitty end of that dude's videos one day, because I've fucked up more times than many, because I've been here since like 2015. I had a BitConnect referral link. Like, I know he's going to make a video on me one day, shitting on me, and it's coming.
So is he a non-crypto?
I'm going to let people know I'm a fan of him even before that even happens.
Was he non-crypto, and then he started integrating crypto in his
content?
No,
he's always been calling people out in different industries and different things that are just like obviously like shady shit. But I just recently started following him during the pandemic, and that's where he got pretty heavy into the crypto shit. But he has a bunch of other topics that he covers, but it's all along like that line of investigative like journalism shit, and it's just fucking funny. He's really good, thorough, but I know it's coming, because I mean dude, I know, but I mean the shit that you've done in the past, you've owned up to and moved beyond it. And in a way, like, I know you, so in a way, when you're calling out scammers that are harming people, you're in a sense trying to distance yourself from some of the things that you've done in the past to show the progression of who you are. Right. I wish somebody would have called me out faster. I wish somebody would have let me know, like, There was nobody talking shit about BitConnect. No, none of the
there
big
was
people
a
in
lot of
crypto.
people.
Not
There
at the
was.
beginning.
I
No,
mean,
it took
but you were
over
hanging
a
out
year.
with like Trayvon and like
Right.
what was that little dude's
But
name?
that was when I first got into crypto.
A
So
little
I got in
16-year-old.
with
What
all
was
the
that
scammers.
16-year-old kid's name who was like making?
Oh God, he's gone. He
No,
disappeared
he
overnight.
hid. Yeah, he hid real quick. He took advantage of being a
what
minor.
was his name, dude? The rumors were he was in his 20s and shit too. I forgot his name. That was
No,
a really
I don't
You guys
think
are taking the guy's name out of my brain. I've had it like 20 times, and every time it's like, it just disappears.
And what was the Jamaican's name? Craig. What was his
Craig
name?
Grant.
Craig Grant. Yeah.
Yeah, I stole a Bitcoin from that dude. He's such a sucker.
Sweet. I don't know how those dudes skated through that shit.
Trevon went to court and got away with everything, dude. He was
you
totally.
You didn't go to court on BitConnect. I'm saying they actually had to go to court and somehow, and they were completely guilty.
Yeah, but I gave away like all of my Bitcoin from that,
But
like
they
publicly.
were
Remember?
guilty, and they didn't get in any trouble.
No, you're right, but that's the thing.
I don't
like,
even know if
somehow
there's
I wasn't caught up
restitution,
in
if they took funds. I don't know if there's any of that took place, but I don't think that young dude was listed in the court hearings because of the fact
Nobody
he was
could
a
find
minor.
him. No, he was gone,
Well,
bro.
I think it's because he was a minor. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All I'm saying is if they hit me with that, I would already be dead.
It was like Crypto Nick or something.
Oh, that was it. It is. It's Crypto Nick.
I kept thinking Crypto Rick, but he's a different.
Nah, it was definitely Crypto Nick. And yeah, people were saying he was like 10 years older than he really was. And there was proof floating around after he disappeared that he was in his. I was like, this is the craziest. Only in crypto you hear these like 16-year-olds becoming millionaires and disappearing.
Sean, this is so hilarious, especially for Bosak. He wanted to have the Carlos dude that.
Oh, yeah, I tried.
Carlos Mata.
the
Beat Connect. He wanted to have him speak at Shitcoin 2021.
I tried. I was gonna pay him $10K, and we couldn't get the things to work out, man. I was gonna straight up pay him. Like I think he thought it was a setup, dude. But I was trying to tell him like, I just want you to redeem yourself, man. If you can redeem yourself, anybody can redeem themselves. It would be like.
Except for if you're
Benedict
in prison.
Arnold redeemed himself,
you can be in prison though, like Jorg, and you can't technically redeem yourself while you're in prison.
Well, he might be able to redeem himself. What if he teaches people how to do coding while he's in prison, and somebody comes out and becomes like the next Satoshi because of his teachings? Well, there are ways.
Man, Kenn Bosak, what the hell has happened to you, my friend?
I'm just saying, like, there's ways that if you internally,
Kenn Bosak just said a
internally,
you
know what you need to do.
He just said Jorg could redeem himself.
Yeah,
I mean, no, not to me, but to himself.
I get it, dude. I love you. I know, I love you. I'm just saying that, like, just shows a lot too about your progress in your journey in life, man. You're growing up, little bro.
I try at least once a day. I still measure myself at the door.
Me everywhere I go. It's a little weird.
Oh, but I do want to touch on this real quick before we leave on this news story. Is just wanted to let people know that, again, be careful when it comes to these Ethereum-based pump and dump FOMO hype NFTs. This is why I burned all of my Ethereum NFTs that I had available for sale. I'll never sell another Ethereum NFT. So if you got one on Rarible, you got some rare shit.
Did you ever own any crypto punks or get any of the airdrops?
No, I never got into the CryptoPunks, never got into the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I did just sell a crypto kitty for 1 ETH like an hour ago. I'm trying
to sell my crypto. I got 3 or 4 of them for sale.
So your crypto kitties?
Yeah.
What generation are they?
I mean, one of them was one that DJ gave me back, a meat popsicle.
Is it Gen 1 or Gen 0? Or is it big? If it's a Gen 0 or 1, you can sell it pretty quickly. The other ones depends on the rarity attributes and things like that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, and I'll get in touch with you and send you screenshots and see if you can help me out with that.
I still have my NFT that I made. Nobody wants it.
Well, I was asking about the CryptoPunk thing because
it's on Ethereum, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people got airdrops for that back in the day, and like Omar was airdropped one and ended up selling it for over $300,000 worth of ETH. I mean, he was very public about it. So,
yeah. So I made all this money doing something I can't legally say I did, and then I buy a piece of art from myself for 300K, and then I can legally explain how I made 300K. Just saying. Not what they did, but I'm just saying.
No, that's why I've tried talking to you about not saying so much on social media about
that's
certain
what
things.
I'm not worried about. I don't do any of that though. I don't buy my own shit and flip it. I don't do any of that weird shit.
I get it, but it's like it's like smoking.
But I know what they're doing.
Smoking
and I know
weed in the alley,
do.
looking around a corner. You're going to bring attention to yourself.
Yeah, but if there's people smoking crack in the alley and I'm trying to smoke weed, I'm going to probably get rid of the crackhead so I can smoke my weed in peace.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you're born and you're raised in like Philly, so that makes complete sense.
That's an actual analogy I've had to live.
I know. I've been in Philly, and I know.
So, what story are we on now, bro?
Let's go ahead and talk about. I just want to touch like right here about William Quigley, just talking about NFTs driving the future.
Quigley.
You know, and he's an interesting cat. I mean, obviously, you are probably more of a fan of him because of the Wax blockchain, but he was one of the co-founders.
I don't think he likes me.
He was one of the co-founders of Tether. I don't know if he's still involved with Tether, what his situation is, and I'm not going to judge him or any of the thing he does based off of because I'm actually not negative on Tether. But so anyways, I just thought it was interesting. You have some OG in the space who was talking about NFTs being the future. And I wanted to highlight this because ultimately we didn't have a lot of articles because we wanted to spend more time talking with you. And I just wanted to have a few things that were NFT focused before we just put a blast on centralization and all these hypocrites in the space.
I'm trying to see if I can find William Quigley on Twitter real quick. I don't even think he he doesn't even follow me. This dude don't like me, bro.
Have you spoken with anybody involved with actual Wax?
I'm sure they appreciate the shit I do, but I'm sure they'd appreciate if I didn't do it with like all the drugs, sex, and narcotics,
drugs,
bullshit.
and rock and roll.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to say like 8 out of 10 people at the conferences are outside smoking with us.
Right.
So I mean,
I think that's why they don't show me as much love, though. It's like I'm still the wild card, like. So yeah.
I get it.
But I think people think Wax helps me more than never. They never like retweeted me ever.
Well, I think they've stopped like funding everything. When they were first starting out, they were very accepting of helping out projects and give funding. And as they've grown in popularity and gotten more projects and more legitimate projects or even mainstream projects outside of crypto and blockchain, they've kind of reduced that element from what I was understanding. And it's not as like where you could communicate with them directly now. Now things have started to get a little bit of a divide, and now the community's building and there's other alternatives being created within the Wax ecosystem so that you don't have to deal directly with the Wax people per se.
Yeah.
Like NFT blocks.
They're doing big things too. I got to give it to them on that front, with the MLB, Godzilla, Funko Pop, dude, so many. I mean, there's just ton. Every day there's feels like there's something new from the mainstream coming to Wax. So that is nice to see the mainstream playing, with Wax in that way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So yeah, with William on it's the future for sure in many different ways. So many.
Obviously,
it's not
you're
just
the CEO.
collectibles.
You're the CEO of NFTs. Yeah, and we've talked about this. Me, you, and Stash, and me on other episodes. I mean, beyond the art and the gaming aspect, there's a completely bright future for what NFTs can represent.
Passport, license, social security number,
any sort of government,
stuff that I
sort of
thought
paperwork.
Years and years ago that I was excited about. Like I've said. It seems to be like entertainment NFTs that are bringing the adoption. They're bringing
and that's the bubble. That's the bubble that'll pop. That's the bubble that'll ultimately pop, and then you'll start seeing the real use case, real value.
That happens with all technology. It's usually porn that uses something first, and then we eventually see it trickle into other things.
We've talked about that. That's why I'm still surprised we're not seeing as much stuff happening in that industry that's blockchain related.
Waiting for OnlyFans NFTs. I don't know why. Yeah. Whoever needs that, call me from OnlyFans. I will work for free.
You would have figured the other companies. So this is one of those industries that somehow this hasn't become like that hasn't become one of the precursors or the test beds. But I guess to go ahead and move on, I just wanted to touch on is all three of us are big fans of decentralization. And I wanted to touch on the fact that it seems as if there's almost like a celebration or a turning a blind eye or not even caring about projects that are centralized, that call themselves decentralized.
Yeah.
Or entities that are bowing down to regulators. When I was on BitBoy's show earlier for Around the Blockchain, I mentioned Eric Voorhees and what he did with Shapeshift. That should be an example for anybody who really truly cares about this technology and the disruption and the game changer that it could bring as far as monetary and what blockchain could do to so many different industries. So for Solana to talk about being decentralized and then the requirements for validator nodes, and then if you can get past the requirements, then the amount that you would have to have staked to even be able to validate a node to even make up for staking versus dealing with data centers and corporations. And then someone like CZ from Binance who had an opportunity with their decentralized exchange to do something to get out of regulatory compliance, and then are talking about needing a centralized entity so that they can
Headquarters,
work well and play within the game, and it just doesn't make any sense to me except for showing who these people are.
Fubi game, I think so. I think that's going to change the game, big time. But with Solana, I was on World Blockchain Roundtable yesterday, and we it was all about smart contracts, but we touched on this, and those guys are all brainiacs. I'm like the moron.
Well, let me just ask this: Can a decentralized blockchain shut itself down?
No, and that's the point. And I brought up Solana, and they just said, "Hey, if you can talk to all of the validators, like it said, all the validators are coming together, they're doing it. That alone shows that it's not decentralized. You shouldn't be able to communicate with every single validator. You shouldn't be. That's a degree of centralization. So, and the fact that they can shut it down at any time, it's not,
No.
But the thing is, people get so blinded now, and like I was saying, they're guys
blinded by money, Win Moon, Win
all the
Lambo.
people on world blockchain, they're like super libertarian. They're super smart, but they don't care about. They make fun of it. They always call it number go up, and they don't give enough credit to that aspect of crypto. But when it comes to this, it's the money and the greed that people turn a blind eye to what it's supposed to be about. And
yeah, it's technical politics or technology politics. It comes down to, and like you said, when Moon, when Lambo, it's already there for them. That's why no one's talking shit. Way too many influencers have already suckled at the teat of the Solana bull run to turn around and say something bad now. So it's all excuses, and I get it. It is what it is, but people should understand this could happen to, I guess like EOS has 21 validators, could be some problems there. I mean, there's levels of centralization to a lot of things. I mean, look what happened a few years ago when Vitalik died. That level of centralization affected Ethereum to like 300% or something, like instant dip. It was crazy. And that was just, it's not even like that, but that became a centralized correlation to the value. So decentralization is such like a fever dream. It's weird. Like it doesn't really exist, and it can exist.
It's a very philosophical thing. I mean, like the excuse given is the distribution of nodes and the network, and then you can start looking at Bitcoin.
Well, if you look away from the tech, just look at what Musk did. Just a dude who wasn't involved in crypto in any freaking way, and how much influence he had over the market over a short period of time.
Yeah.
So it
also, again, it just, unfortunately, really what it goes back to is a common denominator, and that's like human greed, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll see it deterring though. You know how many people I've spoken to recently that were doing NFT-based projects on Solana that were building dApps for Solana. I kind of want to reach out to them and see if they're still considering it. Maybe even post a poll, because this is something that I think people need to understand. Yeah, Ethereum's expensive, but
it's
why
decentralized.
this is why it has the fees that are worth
Right.
Ethereum's fees.
That trilemma, as
you can't be an
Vitalik
Ethereum
calls.
killer if Ethereum is technologically superior. And
you can't be centralized and call yourself an Ethereum killer.
yeah, that's
maybe not
bottom
or
line.
philosophically superior.
Solana and Binance Smart Chain are completely in that category.
Yeah, of course,
100%. You know, I mean, Binance in a sense have been excused because CZ's kind of shown his true colors, but at the same time, if you really do your research and you look at Solana and you look at who's invested and what's behind it, it goes back to all the shitty stuff in crypto that we don't like, the digital currency groups and all that shit.
Yeah, when I look at it, and I know you hate Binance Smart Chain, but dude, I look at it as it's fast food.
Everybody, I think if CZ sent him a hoodie, he'd be okay
healthy,
with it.
But it's cheap and it's fast. And
it has a time and a place. It has a time and a place, but I don't know that it should be in a DeFi type environment. Anything that's going to be completely harmful to people's finances.
Well, it ain't DeFi, it's CeFi.
Well, that's what's bullshit. How can they call it DeFi? But they do, and everybody gets I mean, it's completely hypocritical because the mainstream news is just playing along with this narrative. And the unfortunate thing is, like, your Cointelegraphs and all your other.
For all we know, this was on purpose. This was intentional bad news to get press. We're talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. They knew it was on purpose, so they bought the dip.
You know better also no bad press is. There's no such thing as bad press.
And there's no such thing as an accident. It's like fucking Bob Ross is like the guy behind most of these mistakes. They're just happy accidents, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's shitty to think about when you really get down to it. That's why, I mean, with my channel specifically, when I started branching out, that was part of the reason when I started seeing this massive detachment from the cypherpunk mentality to this, I call it a Joseph Lubin mentality, which is like just working with the banks, working with the traditional system, trying to keep everything in the world that I thought these technologies were created for relevant.
Yeah, and I'm even not a fan of Ethereum, but it has a place and it stands there very well. And a lot of the comparisons fall so short. It's weird that they're even put in the same category of an argument.
Yeah,
for me, it's like hearing a punk rock song in like a Doritos commercial. It's like something that in my youth was so just like anger fuel. You know what I mean? And now it's selling shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we always become that which we hate, man. It's unfortunate. We got to break the cycle of all that bullshit, honestly.
Speaking of breaking cycles, CZ's trying to. He is. He doesn't want that main headquarters, but that's also because he doesn't want a place anybody can raid and grab shit before they fucking shred it.
Right. But at the same time, he's not willing to give up the Ring of Power and throw it in Mordor either. Is the way I'm looking at it. It's like he wants to have his cake and eat it too.
But he can.
No. Eric Voorhees was a good example. If Eric Voorhees could have found a way around it, don't you think he would have? And he couldn't. That's why he created a DAO and like gave up Shapeshift.
Don't y'all remember like a couple years ago, there was huge, massive FUD about Binance because they said they had an office. And then they really
yeah.
And then people went and like took pictures of the address, and it was like, it's all fake. Binance is gonna take your money, and it was like, no, man, we really don't need it. We're decentralized, and they had to come out, and it was a huge thing, dude.
I do remember that. Somebody should find a picture for that in the chat because it was like an abandoned like shack. It wasn't even like a building.
The space is hilarious, dude. I mean, I appreciate
companies in the U.S. do that all the time with fucking Delaware PO boxes and other things in other states for different incentives. So it's not really much different. I personally think we should almost throw away half of the laws that exist in the financial world anyway, because they're not going to be enforceable. I'm not saying that the repercussions if you can enforce repercussions, then it should be a law. But once the ability to enforce the penalty is impossible, then the law should be thrown out.
So Tone Bays, he said it. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago on one of his podcasts or YouTube live streams, and he was basically talking about it was all about the stimulus package and what they were trying to put through in the bill, and saying that regulation does not work. If regulation worked, he would never have left his well-paying job in the financial system. He left that system and bets against it. And that's the life he lives, because he realizes that these technologies were created because regulation doesn't work, because corruption is going to continue to exist. Cartels will continue to work together. Whales will continue to work together. It's just a completely manipulated world that we're just trying to change.
I think Ken hit the nail on the head, dude. When it comes to anything with law, regulation, it has to be simple. You know, and what anything happens with government is that they want as much as they can get, to charge as much as they can charge, so they can take as much and spend as much and make it as big as possible. And it just needs to be simple. Yeah. Like, I got hacked and they got $9,000 worth of my crypto, and I didn't know what to do. Who do you call? If I call my local police department, I'm going to be explaining shit for like 3 or 4 hours, and they're not going to know a damn thing. You know, they're not going to be able to do anything. There just needs to be something for people, if they get their crypto stolen, to be able to call a phone number or a protocol.
Well, I think they're working on insurance type stuff.
You know?
I think there are things that they're trying to create for those kind of, now that we're seeing things start to come to light, more mainstream adoption, you're starting to see these other options being brought. And it wouldn't even surprise me if you start seeing this being brought with projects.
Also, it was crypto.com, and Ken called crypto.com from the fucking beginning. He was telling me the truth fucking years ago. I wish I was
more articulate so I could explain how I knew. You know what I mean? But
I was like, I thought you were stupid. I didn't think you were crazy. I was like, what?
I sound stupid because I couldn't explain the common sense vibes.
And then, but that's the problem with them, and I'll say it, is they want to be a crypto project and they want to be a bank. They want to play both sides of the fence. Like I
and
had
they're gonna fuck over the crypto side every time.
It's becoming that which you hate is ultimately what it is. It's like Library taking out YouTube and becoming Library.
I had a problem with charge. They charged me like 2 or 3 times for the same thing. So I message them. I'm like, hey, you charge this on my credit card. This is a banking thing. This is US dollars that I sold my crypto for. So it's like, you charge me here and that's not a valid charge. I canceled this order from Walmart and you charged me like $80. And they're like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's going to fall off. Give it 3 days. I gave it 3 days. Give it 2 more days. I gave it 2 more days. So like 2 weeks. I'm like, dude, give me my money back. This is a debit card charge that's not valid. Okay. I said, I sent them pictures that the order was canceled. And they're like, well, let me talk to the team and we'll see what they say. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not a crypto project, bro. This is a valid MasterCard debit card with a fraudulent charge that you're charging me for a canceled order. I said, you got to give me my money back right now, or I'm going to call the state agencies, like the banking commission in my state, and ask for an investigation.
That's crazy.
And then literally within an hour, they're like, okay, we'll credit you that back. But they don't know if they want to be a bank or a crypto project. You don't talk to the team if you have a bank issue.
Dude, absolute power corrupts absolutely, ultimately. I mean, like, that's why you saw Coinbase trying to apply for the banking license stuff. I mean, they're trying to act like they're trying to replace the old system.
They're really close. They got that Visa issuing permission.
Now they do. But I mean, I'm talking about a couple of years ago.
Right. But I mean, now they're in a better position than where they were.
Yeah, but it seems like almost any project, especially if they want to work with unbanked, which used to be Turnio, anybody can get a crypto credit card now, it appears.
Once they went public, I think that's where they started to be able to do a lot more. Like, you're seeing them start to list a lot more, do a lot more. I think the stock obviously isn't doing that well, but I think that gave them a way to lubricate some lobbying. You know, here's some Coinbase shares. Can we get this thing passed? And we're gonna start seeing that pay off. Yeah, that's right. 420, like and share, bros.
Yeah, you're sitting here super chatting. I appreciate you, man. I love you. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate you. I appreciate both your time. I got stuff I've got to do later on. I know we weren't going to go much over an hour, so
I just hope I see you do something similar. I have a whole team that's already versed in how to do this membership and token thing, and I feel like your community could benefit. You know, you're killing it, man. You ain't stopping anytime soon. So
no, I appreciate it.
You might as well like level it up and see, you know, if that whole like community loyalty rewards point kind of thing would work out, because I'd hodl some rice.
I don't know if you've seen this. I'm sending in the private chat there. Check it out, Rice. MasterCard, like the MasterCard, has purchased a crypto compliance firm. So I think
what the fuck is a crypto compliance firm? That doesn't even make sense, though.
I think MasterCard is about to move into the space. Like,
well, dude, I mean, they've been moved into space for one. I mean, like MasterCard and Visa are a huge part of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. They're both MasterCard and Visa are huge investors in the Lightning Network, which could potentially replace. I mean, we're already hearing the possibility of crypto-based credit cards through them directly, and then even rewards cards too. They're seeing. Yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm getting ready to. I just pulled the link up.
So it looks like they basically got a company that will let them tell the government, or basically say like, this is how we're going to do things, rather than ask for permission. They basically bought the permission slips.
Yeah,
they bought their way into it.
Yeah,
which, I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Most people who start companies, for the most part, don't have the intention of keeping the company. They usually end up selling it, taking profits, start a new company, or ultimately retiring.
And that's why I love Wax so much. It's so acquirable. It's so acquirable. I know people argue about the centralization of it. That could have been brought up earlier when we were talking about that stuff. But I think Wax is in a really good position to be acquired. They're very acquirable.
I like the fact that there's an integration with Alchemy Pay, which is really cool, because that's another platform that deserves a little bit more attention.
And you were on my ass forever about Wax. And
yeah.
Man, the day I really got into it was so bad, dude.
Did you buy the highs?
I bought so much shit. I was like, William Shatner has his own store? What?
Yeah, dude. I got some Shatner shit.
Yeah, and then Atari. You could buy all the Atari boxes from when I was a kid. I went just nuts, man.
Dude, I got mid number 1 chess and mid number 1 checkers from Atari.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get every game.
Ken's doing well. I mean, the cool thing about you can just enter. I mean, his address is public, so you can just enter it into an application to let you view people's accounts. So you can use Token Head, and that's where I've got my information, his information, and even my simple little collection is, you know, worth a pretty decent amount. And there's some really cool things on the platform. I mean, as far as NFT platforms, I definitely feel like Wax is one of the best and definitely the most underrated, because it's not brought up, and they need a better marketing team, in my opinion.
Definitely do.
Because they have so much going for them with all the mainstream brand recognition. I mean, for one, Garbage Pail Kids was, you know, kind of like it sold it for me. It's like
all their mainstream sales are credit card purchases, so people don't even use the cryptocurrency to buy NFTs when they do these, like Street Fighters and Godzilla and MLB and whatever. Like, that's with credit cards. So that's like bringing in the average Joe into crypto.
That's what brought me with Street Fighter. Street Fighter was the first thing I bought.
You remember I was a hater on the credit card thing, but after like talking to probably over 100 people that were new to the Wax NFTs, and they were buying my shit, and they were telling me they were only here because Street Fighter got them, like, it really made me start to appreciate the credit card purchase shit. Like, I was wondering why they weren't utilizing, like, you have a token. Why not make think of it as a token?
Just think of it as a gateway. I mean, it's a way to get them in, and then people who are serious about it will start recognizing, and then they'll see like, oh, maybe I can save money, or not only that, I can actually increase the value of my money by potentially buying some of these cryptocurrencies instead of using my credit card. So, all right, dude, you got any final thoughts you want to leave everybody with, Mr. Kenn?
Yeah, subscribe to my OnlyFans, upvote my Pornhub, and visit brobros420.com if you're interested in picking up any Kenn tokens. They're like a fraction of a penny, fractions of pennies, but at least you still get the NFT. It isn't transferable, so you can't buy it and sell it. I didn't want anybody to be flipping these. It is for the community, so you buy it, you'll get the Kenn token when the airdrop comes out around my birthday. That's November 1st. I'll be in New York City at NFT NYC, and I'm looking to put together a Halloween party. So once I get the venue secure, I can start to talk more about it. But I don't want to say jinx myself, but I just don't want to get people too excited before it's ready. But it's pretty damn cool because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to smoke and drink and do whatever in this venue. So
that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yep.
So all the links that Kenn just mentioned will be down below.
Even my OnlyFans?
Except for the OnlyFans and the Pornhub links. Because
come on, at least put my OnlyFans in there.
No, not at all.
Are you joking? Do you really have an OnlyFans and a Pornhub?
I 100% have both.
Kenn's career started out as an aspiring gamer / porno star, and then he ended up where he's at today.
It's gonna go full circle.
Like when I started following you, you had like porn stuff on
full circle or circle jerk. Which one is it both the same?
That would be one and the same actually. But I've been looking into expenses for hiring professional actresses to do scenes, and that shit's like $5,000 an hour for like the high end.
Here would be the really cool thing. You start a business and you actually somehow are able to tax write off those expenses.
You don't think I can make an NFT out of that and then write it off as a tax expense on the NFT?
No, that would well, you having to the services that the cost of the services to be rendered, you would have to pay, and then if you're done properly, that could be a tax credit, which which would be a bonus. It would be like the icing on the cake with the money shot too.
It would be the money shot, but no, man, that would be pretty cool to see a potential NFTs of me with super hot adult actresses. I need something to motivate me to go to the
we've
gym.
We've been in the same water as a couple starlets, so
yeah, dude, exactly.
Same water, same pools.
Man, this went south so fast. I'm sorry to your viewers. I'm a weird dude.
It's all good. People expect it. It's not always. I'm definitely not family friendly ever, so I would never say that. So
yeah, but you're usually with more.
No, it just depends on the circumstances, dude. I gotta play the game with YouTube. That's all. Just depends on the circumstances. I really
appreciate you having me on to talk about Kenn and shit, man. Like I'm really proud of this, and hopefully in 1 year we can watch this live stream together and talk about where we're at in a year while we're watching this, like some Mystery Science Theater shit.
I mean, obviously, it's going to happen, but I want to see you sooner than that. So, depending on New York, or Miami. So, and
I'll be in Miami 100%.
And I may go to Litecoin Lisa's meetup in Jersey, which if I do, you're going to have to go to that. So,
you have a place you can crash. You can crash at my place in New Jersey for that.
Yeah, and or Jason from the Public Awakening is like a half hour away from the event.
He is.
And you could even, I think, come out.
I'll crash at his place too.
That's what we were going to do last time when we had the Lucy Sky with Diamonds trip that never ended up happening on my end. So, but we'll have to make that happen in some capacity.
Thanks,
man. In Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey's all right, man. I don't like living here, but it's not bad to like visit. It's like.
Well, when you get to leave and come back, yeah. But if you live there all the time and that's all you know,
so boring.
I grew up in like around New York, and then I grew up down the shore. Down the shore is nice, man.
Philly is its own animal, man.
But it's still a visiting thing, man. If you live down the shore, no matter which one, Wildwood, Cape May, AC, whatever, it starts to really get to you, man. I've been there. I've been on vacation for like 2 weeks, and Yeah, have you ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philly? Watch the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philly when they go to the Jersey Shore. That's been my experience of the beach, like every time. Just finding bums having sex under the boardwalk when you're just trying to hide and smoke a joint.
That's hilarious, dude.
Like maybe it was a different. Well, also, I grew up by OC Ocean City.
Oh, that is different though. Yeah, that's why I didn't mention that one.
It's a little nicer.
It is nicer.
It's dry. I think it's still dry. But I lived in a little town right at the end of the bridge, so there was like 5 huge liquor stores because Ocean City is dry. So everybody would come to Summers Point to to drink and buy their booze.
That's it? Just to drink and buy their booze?
Yes.
Makes sense.
We had a good pizza place too, but
yeah, it makes sense. And then bums having sex, that's always a bonus.
No, there's no bums having sex, man. Plus, the last time I was there, it was just yuppie central. I mean, everything is super expensive. It's just like the rich, the elite place of the Jersey Shore, which sounds silly, but yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I'm going to get ready to wrap up the stream. Ken, I'll be in touch. I got to really use the restroom, and then I got some
I got to get going too, actually.
I know you do, and that's why I was
water.
I got a life and stuff and things to do too.
No, I love you both. I'll be back in touch with both you guys, and we'll do some more stuff. Ken, I love you. Congrats on everything, and I encourage people to check out the links down below. And
thank you.
And not financial advice, but check out the Ken token.
Yeah, proud of you, Ken.
It's just bro advice, check it out if you're a bro. And thanks, Sean. It means a lot, guys. This, again, it's not for me. This is for the community. The community got me to a spot that I don't ever have to worry about me ever again. But it also puts me in a spot of responsibility to worry about all the people that got me to that point of not having to worry.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've got to, what you have is not necessarily 100% enough. It's enough to get you through now, but you definitely need to consider more in the future.
Well, that's why this is all set up the way it is, honestly. I'm not taking anything from this, but
you can't just straight up retire and be all right.
No. That's why you need passive income, and you have to set things up like this. This is what this is all about right here.
Business, man.
I am a businessman.
I know. It's like Kenn Bosak.
I'm just happy that the community is this supportive. Like if you looked at the sales, I believe we broke almost $20,000, something like that in sales, and it just went live this noon. And it's only the first day of this whole thing, and it's really
got a great community, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, it's on Wax. You can only use Wax. We were trying to figure out how to get the credit card stuff, but that was just a whole nightmare of things, so that didn't work.
Go to brobros420.com.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll let you get going. I got to go to the bathroom as well, man. But yeah, this is I don't know. This is going to be the thing that takes care of everything. And then honestly, I have a whole project after this that I'm going to be more 100% hands-on and things. It's my bubblegum NFTs. Yeah. I don't know if people remember that, but I can't, dude. I have the machine right there.
I remember you talking about it.
I lay my head right there on that pillow and I stare at the bubblegum machine with the NFTs inside of it. And I dream every night about how I want this. Once my birthday comes around and all this is up and running, the gears are moving, I will be focusing on the bubblegum machines, the NFTs, and the physical in-store businesses that I have.
So. Dude, you will obviously be back. So, and we'll talk about that shit way before then, and we'll see each other way before then. So,
yep. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm out.
Appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sean, love you, man. I'll be in touch. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to all 3 of our channels. And as always, I encourage you to be the change by practicing change.